And this is our group.
My name's Chantel Jackson.
And I'm Tiffany Sanchez.
And we're going to talk about the 3 articles.
Hi guys, we're back again. This article that we're going to talk about right now is the Caring Classroom's Academic Edge. We pretty much had the same views on it, right?
We all agreed on.
Some of the things that we did like about what she was saying is about how you're supposed to develop warm, supportive, stable relationships. Pretty much that's what she was talking about, the eliminate competition, and she definitely should have parent-student involvement. I personally think that parents are crucial to a child's academic success. So would y'all agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think they play a big part in how their child's going to do in school. Whatever they see at home is basically what they're gonna they're gonna do in the classroom.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So then let's see, what else did we say? Important challenging curriculum. When she said that, I really started thinking about the tax test. I just think, if you think about it, I don't know how many times this happened to y'all, but I remember, like, even in high school, after the tax was over, especially junior year, it was like all of a sudden we didn't learn anything.
Yeah, it was done right after.
Yeah, like
my whole senior year, I did nothing.
Exactly.
So, like, because once you're done your junior year,
they don't really.
I think teaching has become based on what's on the tax test, and that's what they teach you. It's not like their own curriculum. It's based off of what's on the test.
Yeah, right. And that's my biggest fear is when I go into the actual classroom, like,
am I going to have to follow that rubric where I'm just teaching what's on the test?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's where creative side comes out for teachers, and we really have to focus on trying to somehow not only teach what the tax test is asking, but also teach other things that they need to know as well. So, so yeah, let's see. Was there anything else you guys wanted to add about that?
No, I think that's
pretty much it for that article.
If you didn't notice, we're up in the clouds.
Ooh, look at the cloud down here.
Peace.
Bye.
We're back, and we're underwater. We are now filming Finding Nemo Part 2.
Out in theaters December 2012. Waiting for us. Okay, right now we're about to talk about the 7 strategies to support a culturally responsive pedagogy.
Underwater.
Let me just throw out there first that this was written in 1993, so some of the comments that were made in here were a little old-fashioned, I would say. I mean, I understand where she's coming from with the whole culturally responsive pedagogy because, yes, she's trying to focus on the different type of cultures that happen in different classrooms, but she mainly focused on the differences between, I'd say, like, whites and blacks. To me, it sounded like that to me.
Kind of culture or whatever.
Yeah, like that was like, she kept saying, and like, okay, do you remember when you were talking about how you said that there's ways, or describe how your mom. I
think they meant that they adjust culturally. They're teaching their kids based on where they come from and who they are. But my mother's an ESL teacher, and I see her adjust to her kids. You know, these are kids coming from Mexico, and they don't know any English. Now, she adjusts to their literature, what they do in class, what they write, how much they write, you know, activities in class. You know, they're based on stuff a kindergarten could do. But it's not based off the fact that they come from Mexico, you know what I mean? It's not, it's all based on knowledge and, you know, developing in the classroom, not
specifically
segregating them
culturally. Because you're Mexican, I'm gonna have a Mexican flag hanging.
You know, no, it's, you know, doing the same things that any culture would do, just adjusting to their ways of improving. They're learning.
I totally agree that, and that's what I was just saying when I was talking to them earlier about this, is just how she focused so much on, okay, well, these are black students, so you need to act maybe that's geared towards them. For instance, there was I don't know exactly where it is in the article, but she did mention maybe the way you speak to your students. Like if you have a question, giving them an example maybe from
their cultural
background. Like she said, for instance, for black students, maybe you would want to talk about a rap group or something, which I kind of was like, really? Because not every black person listens to rap.
And not every Mexican
knows
mariachi.
You know what I'm saying?
None of us do that yell, the grito or whatever.
And so that kind of was a little off to me. I was like, I didn't really agree with that.
But we do have to admit that some of these strategies are legitimate.
Right, building trust, definitely. When she was talking about the building trust, how she was focused on how you need to not only just know your students by their first name, but know where they came from, know their background, and then respect that. And,
So we're not against the paper, but we just found that was kind of odd to us, considering that, even sitting here, we're all culturally different.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think we agree on the fact that you should have to adjust that much to your students.
Yeah. Right. And, like, some of the statistics that she was talking about, how she named them European Americans, some students, she's talking about the white people. We just say white nowadays, but I don't know.
You probably offended someone.
I'm sorry if I did, I'm sorry.
You offended half of me.
I really think that I really thought that some of the statistics that she talked about was a little off. But then again, when she wrote this, it was in 1993. Like I was telling them that our Angelo State is now a Hispanic Serving Institute, which means that I believe 2/3 or 1/3 of the population is Hispanic, meaning that more Hispanics are going to college. I'm pretty sure we couldn't say that maybe 10 years ago. So I think that the article has a lot of great things that we can still use in classrooms today, but we just have to approach them a little bit different. So
based on our opinion, reading this
right,
article.
Yeah. Right. That was just our opinion. It was still a good article, though.
Yeah.
We're not talking down.
So, and that was it. So
check out Finding Nemo 2. Like I said, December 2012. Casting call will go in effect November.
There you are. Little fishy guy.
Bye.
You're so stupid.
We're back. The next article that we do, the last one, is a letter to Stacy from her grandmother. And Stacy, she is only 18 months old. They're acting like she's 12 years old, and she's not even 2. And yeah.
Pretty much that we thought about this one was let me look at this, because there was some parts. First of all, let's talk the positive. We understand what the grandmother's trying to get across.
She wants her to go to school.
Right, and she wants
that will, like her full potential, where it will shine or whatever,
And where everyone in her classroom is going to be learning.
Yeah, and not just
regressing. They're going to progress.
Yeah.
Like right here, she says, Stacy, I have a dream for you, a dream that one day you'll be able to go to school with children from different backgrounds and different abilities, and that all of you will learn to write effectively, that you'll learn from each other to be competent in a variety of voices and dialects, that educational privileges and opportunities will be available to all of you. Pretty much, she just wants her child, or her grandchild, to go to school and be successful. And I understand what she's talking about when she's saying that a lot of times teachers don't necessarily focus on they focus on, how could you say it? Because they don't focus on the meaning of writing and the meaning of
it's just
reading.
part of their curriculum and something they have to get
right,
through
exactly.
and move on.
Instead of making it fun.
Right, like how they talked about that one teacher who had them do the PowerPoint, and then they had to go back and, okay, now everything that was in that PowerPoint described in words. That was an awesome project to do, because I remember growing up, I had a lot of problems with being able to describe myself and give such great detail to where you can actually just picture it, So, and I had a really good teacher that helped us with that. So,
she's saying, the grandmother's saying that she has such great ability and she's a good writer.
Yeah, at the beginning,
she's just spectacular.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want her to lose that. She wants her to continue as well as she's doing now, continue that in school, and hopefully the teachers won't take away from her being so extraordinary.
Right.
Even
though she's 18 months.
And she has a while till she's in school, but
I know, but
even though she has 4 years. But the grandmother knows best.
Right? But I mean, we were a little kind of like, okay, she's 18 months, y'all, but we do understand that she only meant good things for her grandchild. But I think what she meant to really focus on is how her child, the girl, tries to take initiative on doing things. Like she goes and grabs a book, and because her parents allow her to explore, that's giving her how could you say it? That's making the child want to learn more and do different things. They're encouraging her, and this kind of goes back to that community, that caring classroom community, with all the respect, and you build trust, and that's what they're doing with their child. And I think the grandma just doesn't want that to be lost when she goes to school.
And also, I think based on at home, the parents are raising her where it's more hands-on, you know, pencil and paper, coloring, reading out loud to them. And it's not technology. It's not, you know, let's watch SpongeBob all day with
and
Stacey.
How it talks about that, how doesn't it give you
statistics
about?
It says, did you know that over a third of all 4th graders in the United States spend more than 3 hours a day watching television? I don't even watch that much TV a day, I don't think. So that's kind of crazy.
It's technology integration in the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because we can integrate technology
in good, positive ways.
Like the teacher with the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
That was a really great idea.
Or a smart board. Or
exactly. That's the gives them more the hands-on, but they're trying to not have her go through that, and they don't want her to go to school losing what she had learned before.
18 months.
Yeah.
So they just want her to continue to be that A student she was.
So yeah, but that pretty much concludes our video. We just wanted to also mention, like, we hope we didn't offend anybody of the comments that we made. I don't think we offended anybody, but if you do feel offended, please let us know so we can never say that thing again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed our video. I hope you enjoyed some of our thoughts on our articles.
It wasn't too boring.
Yeah, we tried to liven it up a little bit. What was it? The
clouds.
Oh, the clouds.
We were
in heaven.
So we went underwater. For this hopping in the clouds. We're all white right now. In the beginning, we're different colors.
Oh yeah, we're
rainbow. Just the norm.
So we're just trying to give you something to laugh at when you have to watch us
All thanks
talk.
to Tiffany's Mac.
I know. Awesome, Apple. Thank you. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the video. We'll see you guys